This will be Felipe Bunes versus Joshua Van, our guy. We got to mention him, the Van train. So Felipe Bunes, he is 13-6. He is 3-2 in his last five. I believe that this will be his UFC debut. I believe that he was also scheduled to fight Zalgas last year, but from what I've gathered, I think he like failed a drug test or something like that. So this might be a guy that's
Uh-oh.
on some juice. And but now he got suspended for like a few months, and now he's back. So he's gonna fight Josh Van, who I believe is coming off a short notice here in the fight. Felipe is 34 years old, 5'7", 71-inch reach, fighting against Joshua Van, 9-1. He's 5-0 in his last five, coming off that decision victory over Kevin Borjas. He is 22 years old, so he will be the younger fighter here, and he will be the shorter fighter and have a 6'5" reach compared to Bunes's 71-inch reach. Just to tell the odds for the fight so far, as of today, January 8th, Joshua Van opened up at a minus 250. He then got bet to a minus 300 at his peak, but he has since been bet down to a minus 210. So there has been some dog action on Felipe since Joshua Van became a minus 300 favorite. Gerard, I will let you kick off the first breakdown and prediction of the new year. What do you think about this fight between Felipe Bunes and Josh Van?
Yeah, this is going to be a good fight. And I like Josh Van here, but there's some few points I like to take a note of here. Felipe Bunes, he is a slick kickboxing early on. And I do see that he is hittable when he is pressured. And we're going to see that from Josh Van. He's going to put on that pace, that pressure that we've seen from his last fight. He has that clean boxing and those varied attacks. He likes to go to the body and has the occasional head kick ready if he chooses to. And what I was most impressed with Josh Van was that he was able to adapt throughout the fight. So he lost that first round. He got dropped a little bit, and then second round he adjusted, and it was just domination from second and third round on. So I like to see that in fighters. And as for Felipe Bunes, he kind of fights off the back foot. Um, he does have the range, so he could use that to try to keep Josh Van away from him. But I think Josh Van's just riding this momentum, and he's only improving. He's still so young, and he looks like he belongs in this game. So, yeah, I got Josh Van here, and I'm like a medium to high confidence on this fight.
Awesome, awesome. And do you think that Josh Van potentially could be a parlay piece, perhaps, or how confident, I guess, are you in Josh Van as a play?
Yeah, for me personally, I have him in some parlays. Yeah, yeah, he's in my parlays for
Fantastic.
sure.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree with many points in your breakdown. Yeah, just starting off with Felipe first. I also actually think that he's a solid all-around fighter himself. He mainly does use more jiu-jitsu combined with a decent striking. I think that his striking is probably just average at the UFC level. He does have decent power. I think that he does have okay kicks as well, but he tends to be a little low volume, which I don't like out of flyweights. Now, going back to his jiu-jitsu, he does have a black belt. I think he prefers to use that in fights rather than just strike. He gets really good at attacking subs, can throw up triangles, arm bars. I think that he's also active off his back, so he is a sub threat if he gets taken down, and he'll play that jiu-jitsu game on the ground. And compared to other just straight Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighters, I think that he is able to mix in striking to work his way into takedowns. The one part that I saw that I don't like about Felipe is that he's 2-4 in decisions. He's 34 years old. He seems to get the short end of the stick in that area. And, you know, usually fighters don't get better as they age, right? And I feel like, especially as a flyweight, 34, that's a pretty bad sign that he's 2-4 in decisions. And I think it's just the opposite of a guy like Josh Van, who extremely talented MMA fighter. He's mainly a striker, boxer, but he does have the skill set to do everything. He has really good slick boxing, nice high tight guard. He can throw good 1-2s and has quick feints. I also think that he can throw the head kicks and kicks when you least expect it and just can pour on combos with his gas tank. I really think that he's that next generation that can do pretty much everything at a B or above level and can get better and better. I mean, this guy's only 22 years old. His gas tank might be, aside from his boxing, they're really close, but I think his gas tank is probably his best attribute because he can really pour it on later in rounds. We saw in his last fight against Kevin Borjas, he lost that first round. I mean, I think that he potentially got rocked against Kevin. Kevin's a good striker himself. He lost that first round, and I was very worried. I thought that he was going to get knocked out later because it just didn't look good for him. But he showed a lot of grit and heart, durability, and of course the aforementioned gas tank, and really outstruck, came back strong against Kevin Borjas, took those 2 and 3 rounds. I mean, like, he just took the later rounds pretty easily. And I also like that he not only attacked the head, but he was attacking the body too, which is a great sign because this guy has fight IQ. He knew that if you attack the body, it'll make Kevin more tired, have less pop in those shots coming at him. So I really like his fight IQ for being age 22. Even in that Zalgas fight, I really like that he only was taken down 1 out of 5 times and showed solid takedown defense. So if Bunes tries to, let's say, hold him against the cage and go for takedowns, I believe that he will be able to hold that off because he did well against Zalgas in that fight. Now, I also think that Josh Van is just one of those guys. The only hesitation I have for this is that he is coming in short notice, but I really think that he is that much better and more talented than his opposition in this fight. And that's why I'm riding with the Van train one more time. Sign me up for Josh Van. I think this guy's a parlay piece. I'll go Van by decision. I think that he'll most likely outstrike Bunes over the course of 3 rounds. He might get a KO, but I lean towards decision here. I think he's just going to outwork and outstrike him, stuff the takedown, sprawl brawl his way into victory. So, Van by decision, parlay piece, sign me up.